Hi y'all, happy full moon and eclipse. So this is Monday, but this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it. Today I worked with the Light Seers Tarot deck, my favorite tarot deck, and so just tuning in for the collective, what we're experiencing, what messages are coming through in terms of where our headspace is, our heart space, and actions. So for our headspace, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Tower. So nothing to stress about here. We've been through a lot lately. We can handle any changes to our perception. That's what I feel like this card is saying. Kind of something that comes in as a quick, sudden change in perception and reality and understanding and how we view things, how we understand things. Some clarity. Makes so much sense as we're heading into an eclipse. That's what they do. So then we have this Nine of Wands here, which is in this mental space. There can be maybe some guarding a bit. Maybe it doesn't feel quite like the time to get started on some kind of passionate new project. But there is this Three of Pentacles here, which speaks to sort of building that wealth, building resources, building a network through collaboration. So find the people who feel like they are in alignment with your visions. Find the people who make you feel that you don't have to like hide what it is that you're excited about, what you want to work on. People who really build you up so that you all are like equal giving and taking in building something together. Everybody brings something new to the table. Like that concept of like neurodiversity, where like we each have our own specialties, our own innate talents and abilities and skills that we've also worked on. And so when we work together, we can really create something special and unique. So that's our collective mental space. And then in our collective heart space, we have the Queen of Swords came out first, followed by the Devil card and the Star. So there's so much going on in our hearts. Whew. So with the Queen of Swords, there's this, that feels to me like it's a great time to tune in and focus on some maintaining emotional balance. Almost like she's rising above some of her baser desires, right? So we are human, we have things that make us feel comfortable in the sense of like codependent behaviors. That can be so many things. That can be getting the same thing for breakfast every day at Dunkin' Donuts. That can almost show up in your life as a codependent behavior because like without it, there's this feeling of like, oh my gosh, everything's thrown off, the whole day got wrecked. You know what I mean? It's this habit that we've created. It could be conscious, unconscious, subconscious, whatever. But either way, does it really serve? That's what we're kind of coming into asking, like, does it really serve? Sometimes this can speak to like our relationships, friendships, family, and intimate relationships. Are they something that we are relying upon to make us feel happy? Or is it like an equal give and take, a balance, that sort of thing? So like, let's just rise above some of our baser instincts because we are in a different level of consciousness, so we can operate from that space. And that really speaks to this card as well, because this is the card about like what we're attached to and unhealthy attachments, that sort of thing. It's very alluring, it's very exciting, it's very comforting, it's very familiar, but is it necessarily what's serving you in this now moment? Or does it sort of keep you in almost like a stagnancy, right? As opposed to a soul expansion. Because when the Star is here in the heart space, it's telling me that like collectively, we are each sort of feeling into like our heart's desires, like our big wishes, like what are our big wishes and how do we bring that into reality? Because we can't really bring that into reality if we're stuck in some other kind of looping cycles where we're just doing things out of rote memory because it felt comfortable. Sometimes we got to step outside of our comfort zone and do that by tuning into our intuition. As you'll note, these colors, the blues, that flag is higher in this. It indicates to me that it's time to trust the intuition a little bit more, to think more for yourself, to make some decisions out of clarity as opposed to out of base instincts. All right, and then for our action space, oh, I didn't even see that there. We have the Page of Wands, sorry, the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. This is an interesting space for actions. 2 pages is like, what are we starting fresh on? What are we learning? What are we okay with being a novice at? Because that can really help us like get inspired and learn more in life. And the recommendation here is like, hey, you don't have to be a master right away. Like, learn a new skill. Focus on something else. Like, she's literally reading and she's letting go of what no longer serves her. She's free falling into something that she's passionate about, right? So these two are feeling to me like it's time to tune into yourself. A lot of this feels like inner child too, with it being pages. What is it that the inner child wants to do? Like, remind them that we're safe through all this because our foundation has felt really rocky. So how do we tune into what stimulates our minds? How do we tune into what stimulates our passions and our creativity? So there's so many different ways to do that. I also do feel like this can be like online learning, and this can be more of like in like a more tactile kinesthetic way, like actually painting in your home, actually like quilting, knitting, doing something creative that like you didn't see yourself doing. A lot of times moving the body too, yoga, dance, Tai Chi, all sorts of different things, right? To get the energy flow going, so that we can better tune in. So I'm not saying like give up everything that you're doing. It's just sort of like tune into what brings you some joy. Where do you feel like mentally stimulated? And where do you feel that your passion and creativity gets stimulated? And incorporating some more of that. I can't deny that the Five of Wands is here. This card can have many different meanings, and with it being in the action space for the collective, I feel like it's actually backing up this concept of collaboration. It's saying like, can we work together instead of being each other's enemy, instead of viewing things in a form of separatism, a form of competition? That's not our pure soul nature. Our pure soul nature is oneness. And so when we start to view everyone as a competition, as a threat, good, bad, that sort of thing, it does sort of separate us from our true soul experience. And so I feel like that's what's coming up here, is that reminder that like, you know, maybe if a lot of people have a lot of different types of perceptions, a lot of different opinions, that sort of thing, bring yourself back into that state of oneness. Even if it means not saying anything in that moment in time, bringing that state back to oneness, recognizing all is in the one, one is in the all. We're all deeply interconnected. The reality that we create for ourselves has an effect on the reality that's created for others. So like, let's build something beautiful together instead of stepping on each other's necks. That's what I feel like. Okay, and then, so I also was gifted a beautiful deck, the Mermaid Tarot, and this has an awesome book with it, which I can't wait to delve into. The pictures are just gorgeous. Follows along with the same suits, but with the theme of mermaids. So I pulled 3 for the collective, and what came out were the Fool, Strength, and the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Fool card as like an overarching energy for us, as a whole, it's like it's okay to start something fresh, to venture into the unknown, to do so with your shoulders back and your heart space open, to have some type of faith, like be the wind beneath your wings kind of feeling. It's like, move forward, whatever it is, whatever crazy dream that you have for yourself, that beautiful vision that you have for yourself, take a step towards it, right? And then the Strength card, this is really lovely. I like the interpretation, how she's with a whale. Whales have a connection to our Akashic record, to wisdom. They're definitely otherworldly creatures, right? And so this strength is reminding us of the strength that we have from many, many lifetimes, if you believe that, and kind of calling on that in this now moment, finding that inner strength and really embodying that to the best of your ability, because we all contain wisdom from various experiences that we've had, and we can pull on that wisdom, draw on that wisdom in this moment in time to come up with a creative solution for yourself that also helps for others. Ace of Pentacles, I like it. I like that it's portrayed as a treasure. It usually feels that way. Like when Ace of Pentacles shows up in a reading, it's like something good is coming in, some kind of like resource, connection, gift is coming into your life. And so I feel like this is that reminder that whether it's in the physical or whether it's an emotional experience or some type of connection that leads to other experiences for you, the universe is just reminding us that like we're gonna be taken care of, and we get to have some faith in that. So be open to that, and to also embody that type of abundance, wish it well for others. When we start to pray and set intentions where abundance is for the all, then that's when the universe responds in ways where the abundance shows up in our lives too. So it's almost like magnified and amplified. So let's stay focused on how we can better serve the all, because we are the all, and how we can collaborate with one another. Know that whatever comes our way in terms of new insights, new information, something that might sort of throw that crown chakra for a bit of a loop. So when this, in the traditional tarot card, the lightning is hitting a tower and the crown is being knocked off of the tower. And so that is very symbolic. It's also speaking to like ways that we've always thought things needed to be are kind of thrown off for a moment, right? And we kind of find our footing again. And so in that time, it can also bring clarity. It can be a disrupting clarity, but it's a necessary clarity. So we embrace that. We're kind of overcoming those attachments and moving from a space of higher consciousness. Let's hold ourselves to a level of higher consciousness. That's a daily practice. That's a moment by moment practice. Qualify your thoughts, qualify your actions, acknowledge when the decision has been made to move from a particular space, and was there a different way that could have been done, right? Because this is the type of energy that we kind of want to sit in, that like, yeah, let's see what the universe brings that's like in the highest and best good for everybody. And let's learn new, and let's recognize that we're all in this together. There's no need for competition and separation. Yes, so that's the collective reading. So we're headed into this beautiful full moon eclipse energy. What a great time to clear out what no longer serves and just start manifesting the absolute highest and best. So manifesting abundance, ease, grace, joy, bliss in our lives. Wishing all of that for every single one of you, and have a wonderful rest of your week.